Hi, this is Tia Bottom with Time Marker Photography, and I have a group called Empowering Time Markers where I interview amazing women, and right now from around the world. So I am welcoming Diana McLaughlin from Artemis Bookkeeping Solutions, and she is currently in Ireland as a transplant. Tell me about who you are and what you do.
Okay, so as he was saying, I am in Ireland. Originally from Maryland. I married an Irish man 11 years ago. And after I finished up my master's degree, we decided to pick up and move to Ireland back to his home place. I am a bookkeeper, as Tia was saying. I work specifically with creative entrepreneurs and people who sell online. Um, and I'm really enjoying that niche because I originally was a creative person. I still am a creative person, but like when I went to school to study opera. And I worked for many years as a professional opera singer and a teacher. I taught singing and piano to all walks of life and all ages. So creative people are my tribe, and people who can work around their circumstances like I've had to in life. Like all of us creative people, we have to find ways to make our businesses work and make our lives work for us. I have 3 children who are running around in this house right now, and they could come in at any minute. I have had to redesign my life around my family. And this business has been great for that. And has allowed me to be a creative bookkeeper because I'm working with such awesome entrepreneurs who are doing such cool things. So yeah, that's me basically.
I mean, I think you're awesome too. We've become friends over this last year, and I adore you. So I definitely want to say that too. Like you're not just like someone random I just picked. So tell me what it's like did you start the business there, right? And how long have you been doing it?
Okay. When I found out I was pregnant with my 3rd child, it was completely unexpected. And there comes the second one. It's okay though. When I found out that I was pregnant with my 3rd baby, it was the shock of my life. Like I just never thought that I was going to have any more. I always said we were going to have 2 kids and we are going to be done. I found out I was having my 3rd child, and I was like, I can't keep up this hustle that I have been doing for the last like 10 years. As a teacher here in Ireland, I was working day and night. I was working in the schools here. I was working with choirs. I was teaching all night long, 5 nights a week. I had like 50 students at one point. I was teaching in a place where there were older people that were retired. It was like not a retirement home, but like a retirement club where they would come and they would learn things that they wanted to learn that they maybe didn't get to do when they were younger because they were working full time. It's like a thing for retired people. I had about 20 or 30 old people I was teaching. I was like hustling something serious. And I don't know if anybody who's watching this has done one-on-one work, but one-on-one work is exhausting mentally. So I was just so tired, and I was like, I have 2 children that I barely see because I'm working day and night. They're in school all day, and then I'm working all night. And I was like, I need to find something. I need to find something now that I can do, that I can learn, because I'm not afraid to learn something new. I've never have been. And that's why I think bookkeeping suits me so well, because I know that I'm always going to be learning new things constantly, because the financial landscape changes all the time. I mean, see COVID, like all you need to do is like see everything that has happened with tax and everything involving COVID. Like we have to be flexible. So I took a course, like I Googled, what can I do? Sorry, I was so rudely interrupted there. Someone was looking for a glass of milk. It's all good now. So I needed to find something that was going to work for me that, maybe didn't have specific hours that I needed to do it. Like as long as I get my hours in and my client's work gets done, happy days. So I took a course and I learned. And then after that course, I took another course and another course and another course. And I just keep learning and learning and learning. And Like, I love it. I love the adventure that I have taken myself on. I've made some amazing friends through this as well. Like, I have the CPA that I work with, her and I are like this now. Like, I talk to her like every day. I have a lot of friends that are bookkeepers who I talk to on the regular. Like, we really help each other out. Like, it's a really strong community of people that I get to work with. And I have all these people that if I ever have a question or something like that, like, I have so much support. So yeah, I just decided, like, I want to go into this. I think I could do this because I've always kept my own books. I've always been self-employed since the day and hour that I finished university. So it wasn't anything new to me, you know, to just start doing other people's back end work, you know, the stuff that you never want to do yourself. I mean, I never wanted to do my own books. So, but now I do it for a living.
So what do you love about bookkeeping?
I love the feeling that my clients give me when they tell me how much of their time that I've been able to give them back. I have this really awesome client who is just like really built me up. She's like, you don't understand. Like, you're the best things ever happened to my business. I have hours of my life back. Like, I feel like I can actually grow my business because you've given me back so much time. Like, this particular client, she's a publisher, so she's really busy with a lot of different projects, but I help her track those in QuickBooks. So anytime like something happens within one project, like it goes into that project and everything is tracked, and she can see like where she's spending and how much projects are costing. And that's the kind of work that I really, really enjoy doing. People who are working on multiple things and helping them keep that straight and really like being in there with them. Like, I would get an email like almost every other day from her, you know? So it's good. We create really strong. I think the best thing about it for me as well is the relationships that I'm building with other business owners, because I just think we're class. Like, I just love people that are like, get in there and have their own business, because it's a challenging thing, but it's such a rewarding thing.
Yeah. And you are so needed for sure. And I can't wait to start working with you. And you're so trustworthy, you're real, you're down to earth. And I think that more people need to know you. That's why I wanted to interview you, especially.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
thank you, Tia. I love you so much.
I
keep doing this. I'm like,
what is your favorite tool that you use for organizing?
My favorite tool. I love the project tracker in QuickBooks. Like, I love tracking projects. Like, there's a special, it's like a special feature that you can only get from like Level Plus and up. And you can go in there and it has all of your invoices in the one project, all of your expenses in the one project, all of the income that comes in, all there. And it has these little like profit margins, and it's so nerdy. But like QuickBooks, man, QuickBooks is amazing. Like, it's not easy. Like, people think, oh, I've got QuickBooks, like I can do this myself. No, you can't. You know what I mean? Because like, it's a little bit tricky. It has some tricky things about it that people don't realize. So, and I mean, I had to learn them. You know, I made all the mistakes. So, you know, you find these things. But yeah, QuickBooks is bomb. Like, it's what I use. And like, everybody, all of my clients, like, I'm like, okay, first thing you need is a QuickBooks account. End of. Like, there's no question about it. You're using QuickBooks, the end.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's not that I can't learn I could learn Xero. I could learn, what's the other one? Intact. I don't know. There's loads of different ones, right? There's one that's free as well, Wave. But like, that's just not as robust. Like, QuickBooks can do so much. Like, it's such a powerful tool for people. Like, I mean, and like, yeah, I mean, any reports that you need, like, it has so much flexibility with reports as well. And reports are a massive, big, important thing for businesses, especially in COVID times. Like, if you're applying for a PPP loan or something like that, and you're like, oh, I need a profit and loss, you go in and you can have, huzzah, a profit and loss. You know, it's all there. As long as you've done good bookkeeping, it'll all be accurate and ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, I'm in a season of my life that I'm realizing, like, outsourcing is the best thing ever. So like, that's why I'm drawn to, I'm like, whoa, you could like help me with that and I don't have to think about it. So getting to know somebody like you, and it is one-on-one, you do build a relationship because they're seeing everything you're doing in your business too. And you're there to help. You want them to succeed. So it's
Yeah.
also an extra cheerleader. And I love that.
Yeah, totally. And like I love learning other people's businesses as well. I know it's like really, like, how else would I know about like the sort of businesses that I'm working with? Like I have like a real inside view of like what it's like to, run a website, what it's like to run a publishing company, what it is like to be a coach. I'm learning like all these different like things that I just would have never learned in my life. And it's so nerdy, but I just soak it all in. I'm like, oh, I just love learning, how these people are making money. It's so cool, and one of the like big things what was the big, like, I have a really good motto that I've been using lately. If it can be tracked, it can be improved. Is like a big thing lately. So if you're keeping track of things, that's the only way that you're going to know how to improve it. So what I do, it's super important for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So we haven't touched on this, but you mainly work with businesses in the US, correct?
Yes, all of my businesses are in the US. I'm a little bit misleading. Sometimes I pop on live and I'm like, hey, I'm over here in Northern Ireland. And I think people are like, question mark? I probably should go in sometime and explain that.
Yeah.
Yes, my business is based in Maryland. That's where my home place is. So all my businesses are in these states. They're all across the states too. I've got people out in California. I've got people on the East Coast, New York, Pennsylvania,
Right.
everywhere.
And
so yeah, US.
You stay connected with them through, you'll do Zooms and you do email, right? And I just want to make sure that people know, like, you are still like they could definitely work with you. And
Yeah.
in your future plans, you're planning on coming back to America, right? It got stopped a little from COVID. Got a little
we'll see how it all goes. The plan was to come back to the United States, and then COVID hit, and we just couldn't get over. And I'm still stuck with 2 kids without passports right now. So we're trying to get that organized. We can't go anywhere 5 kilometers further away from home right now. So I can't even go to Belfast to get there. Like, I haven't reported the baby. Like, he doesn't have a social security number. Like, we're having all kinds of fun over here being expatriates. But yes, the plan was to come back, but I have no problem working over here.
I completely online, like you don't have to meet with. Isn't that a blessing, right?
Yes.
And I think that more people are realizing that they can hire somebody through online, and you can be just as close with somebody through Zoom and build trusting relationships. So I'm glad that this happened, because I wouldn't know you, if it wasn't for Zoom, So I know you're going to do a live this Saturday, and I'm so excited for that. And I will share all your links below. You're mainly on Facebook right now, and you have a calendar. You love to meet with people and discuss things, and it's free.
Yeah,
like you can just do it.
It's free. Like, I will consult anybody. I'll talk to anybody about their bookkeeping. Like, I'll even just, I'm happy to chat to anybody who has questions about it. Like, what does it entail? How much? All that, pricing and things like that. Pricing is a crazy one, but like, I mean, I can totally give guidance based on. I can give you an idea. Basically, depends on what you're dealing with, really.
Right. Yeah. Of course. Like, a small business is very different than like Nike, I would imagine.
Yes. Oh God, absolutely. Yes. Certainly. I mean, really, it's like, do you use all kinds of payment platforms? Have you multiple bank accounts? Do you have how many credit cards? How many, it's all how many accounts that you have, about how many transactions a month. Like, it's sort of guesstimating how much time I would spend and how much, because if you use things like PayPal and Stripe, and those things all take time, so you have to go in and enter in all the fees and all that stuff. Also, if you have a website, oh my God, if you have a website, depends on what kind of website. Some of those things takes a lot of time. So that's pretty much what I try to figure out when I have a consult.
I hear baby.
Yes, babies walked in now. Oh, they just keep coming in. It's really okay. Like, it's just going to be the way it is with me for a while. Because over here in Northern Ireland, we're on lockdown right now. Like, we're not supposed to leave the house. Like, we have a stay-at-home order for the next, I think we have 5 more weeks of this left.
Wow.
And we're
Hopefully you guys
completely
will open right back
going.
up after that. So that'll be.
I hope so. God, it's supposed to reopen on my birthday, and I have a hair appointment booked. And man, like, I'm ready to go. Like, I just can't wait to see my hairdresser. Like, she's like the only person that I have seen, like, you know, that close besides my like immediate family in a long, long time. All right, she had a mask and everything on, but like, it was just so nice to see her. I was just like, I just want to hug you. Oh my God. We're all exhausted over here in Europe. Like, everybody just came into this year completely wrecked and exhausted from all this, because this has been us since about March. It's been really, really rough on this side of the water. I mean, I know it's been bad in America too, but like, we didn't really have any sort of time that we were open and normal. And nothing has been anywhere near normal for like the last 10 months. So
Well,
yeah.
it won't be like this forever, and that's what we're hoping for, right? So it's
oh God, no, we're definitely hopeful. Like, I mean, I'm in good shape. I was really you can get really like bogged down by it, but I'm like, you know what? It is gonna pass. This will pass. Like, we've survived things like this in the past.
Yeah.
You know, the last world pandemic, like, we all lived, we all got past it. And that was before we even had vaccinations. So like, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be grand. Yes. It's gonna be fine. I mean, and like, we're all positive, happy thoughts.
Exactly.
Feel free to edit.
Well, thank you so much for doing this and letting me ask you a few questions about what you do and who you are. And I just love you. And so thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Like, I'm really glad that you're lifting me up like this. Like, it really inspires me when other women in business lift each other up, because like, there's space for all of us, and we need to do that. Like, we need to help each other. And I think one of the things that I've realized lately is that we you know, we really need to have that, because that's how we all keep going. And we are, like, I wouldn't be without you, all of you that, you know, speak to me on a regular basis and like keep us hanging on, because like, it's isolate over here. You know, so no, I'm so glad I know you as well. Like, Tia, I have to say, like, I've never met Tia in real life, but like, I feel like she's been in my life forever. Like, it's one of those things, like, I think we said that the first time we ever chatted, is like, dude, I really feel like I'm talking to somebody I've known for like a really long time. Like, it just, I just trust you. And like, that's what it is. What it's all about. I just trust you, and you're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And ditto, I just adore you. And I'm so glad that we got to do this. So thank you.